starting life in another world. The prophecy of the throne.
Time to go, I suppose.
How many people? Even the ones who inspected her dragon insignia to see if it was real.
They could have already been afflicted if they came in contact with her beforehand. That explains why they value Mel so much, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a ridiculous power.
I've heard the evil eye of indoctrination is quite a legendary power, even among Mel's tribe. The last time it manifested in someone was hundreds of years ago. In the ancient past, someone had the same evil eye. They ended up doing a lot more harm than good.
That's chilling.
With just a glance, they could take someone's life.
That's really chilling! That's why Sakura won't let go of Melty. Can't you guys do something about Sakura with that power, though? If nobody can resist it.
That'd be hard. Sakura is cautious around Mel, after all. Getting Mel to touch her would be difficult. But even then, it's not like Mel can defy Sakura in the first place.
She can't defy her?
I told you, Mel has the power of the evil eye. But did you notice them at all?
Wouldn't they have something to do with her actual eyes? Wait, Solemn's were on his hands. I guess I wouldn't know where hers would be. If she's hiding them under her clothes, then I wouldn't want to check to confirm.
I'd never let you get that frisky with her anyway. But your thought process is correct. They were originally on her hands, just like Solemn's.
But not anymore, right? I've seen her hands up close several times now.
It's like they've been erased, or rather, they're hidden somehow. If her evil eyes were visible, everyone would know of the power she holds. That'd just be an inconvenience.
You say they were hidden, but aren't they part of her body? How could they be?
It's apparently Mother's doing. This Mother can use magic to distort one's body. Or, not quite. I don't think that's it. It's something more foreign. Whatever it was, Mother used it to reconstruct Mel's body. As a result, Mel's evil eyes were hidden. And it doesn't stop there.
There's more?
Mel isn't able to eat with that body.
Huh? She was made unable to eat. What exactly does that mean?
Just as it sounds, Mel's throat, the passage for food to pass through, has been blocked.
Passage for food? Do you mean the esophagus?
It's strange. They blocked off her throat, but she can breathe just fine. Sakura's even boasted about the marvel of it all.
That reminds me. Before... But if she can't eat, how's she getting by? Don't tell me they turn her back before each meal, then change her when she's done.
It's nothing that intense. They have a certain insect that they utilize.
Insect.
They're called mana wasps, but I don't know much about them. I think Mother created them. Those bugs are what Mel feeds on. The bugs use their stingers to directly inject mana stored within their bodies into Mel. It's hell. The same was done to me before, but I couldn't endure it.
It's unforgivable.
Yes, I'll never forgive them for what they're doing to her. Or myself, for allowing it to go on for so long.
Tiga. To be honest, there's nothing I can say. Your experience is too harsh for me to even talk like I can understand.
That's fine. It would be far worse if you experienced something similar and could sympathize with me.
Oh, right. What about you? You've done all this for Melty, so are you affected by her evil eye too?
No, it's nothing like that. Her evil eye of indoctrination doesn't affect me, and that's not the only thing. My body can't be interfered with by any outside influences. It's something I was born with. Whether it be a magical enhancement or impairment, I'm unaffected by it all. That goes for both my body and mind. So
that's it! That's why you weren't affected by Amelia's recognition obstruction robe!
Recognition obstruction robe?
The white robe she usually wears. It's magically infused to hide the wearer's identity. So when we first met...
Ah, right. I saw her as herself. I see. So that's what tipped you off. That's why you suspected me from the start.
It certainly caught my attention, but I never really suspected you of anything back then. I wonder why. I think right from the start, I felt like we would get along well.
Aren't you an embarrassing fellow, Subaru?
Yeah, quiet. Anyway, is that thing of yours a divine protection?
That's right. The divine protection of insensitivity. It doesn't sound cool, so I don't like bringing it up.
Divine protection of insensitivity. Yeah, it really is a lame name.
Quiet, you.
Does Melty know about it?
She doesn't. I haven't told Mel.
Can I ask why?
Simple, really. I don't have it in me to tell her, and Mel doesn't really trust too many people.
That doesn't sound like her.
But it's true. Mel's... She only trusts those she's touched who are under the effect of her evil eye. Not because she wants to, but because that's the way she was raised. It's about time. It'll be suspicious if I stay longer.
Just let me ask one more thing. You all obey Sakura because you want to save Melty, right?
That is Solemn's and my ultimate goal. As for Wolf and Puka, I'm not sure what they're after.
If I come up with a way to fix her throat, would you guys ally yourselves with us?
You can do something like that?
I don't know, but I'll think of a way.
I see. But yeah, If you can make that a reality, I could ally with you guys. However... If we fight alongside you, that doesn't guarantee Mel's safety. I can't imagine she'd comply much, knowing that she's the only hostage left. It won't be enough to save Mel, unless we knew for sure. I'd likely take my sword up against you.
There's just one last piece missing to persuade him.
Subaru,
What?
I see you have finished, Subaru. Did you manage to speak to Tiga?
Mealy? Why are you here? I know I asked Rem to wait for me, but...
I came back after finishing my business in the Royal Castle, but Ron was the only one at the inn. I asked her about you and she said you were all here. I was waiting for you. Then Miss Amelia arrived, so we waited for you together.
I see. Sorry it was out in the cold like this. Are you two okay?
Yes, I'm fine. They said so much to me during my questioning, but I got through it all. It is fortunate we were informed of what to expect by Miss Cruchet and Miss Anastasia beforehand. But what about you, Subaru?
Yeah, I talked to Tiga. I was able to ask a bunch of things, but...
There's your bad habit again, Subaru.
Huh?
Bearing these burdens all by yourself? Solving everything all on your own? You'll only collapse under the pressure. It happened once before, remember?
Well...
Or do you want to lay in my lap again?
What? Mealy?
That will not do! Rem will offer her lap for Subaru.
Hey! Rem?
See? You can't do this by yourself. So I think you should give up and tell us.
I can't win against Mealy. Okay then. I'll tell you everything as we walk. We'll think it all over together.
Of course. You can count on us. So, what did you want to think about?
Right. It's... a way to make everyone happy.
Yeah. That would be really wonderful.
I'll record this.
What a pleasant morning.
There it is. Rom Rom is still Rom Rom, even in the early hours of the morning.
Yes, Sister is perfect every morning. She's likely even more perfect than she was yesterday.
You compliment me too much, Rem. But it is fitting. After all, I have been given an important duty.
You seem really motivated, Rom. But it is reassuring.
Of course, I wasn't able to accompany you yesterday. As soon as Lord Roswaal is prepared, we intend to get going. What about you, Miss Amelia?
I was told it's okay to wait at the inn, but...
She said I'm coming along. EMD, Emilia Major Determination!
There was the thing yesterday night, too. I think it's fine with Rem along, but maybe I should be there just in case, right? Yes, Rem doesn't have eyes on the back of her head, so having Miss Amelia along is very reassuring. See? So you rely on me too, Subaru.
I'm always being helped by you and Rem. But I know that it would be senseless to refuse your help just for that reason.
Then it's the same as ever. It's okay to rely on me.
Alright, I got it. Mealy and Rem are going with me. Rom's doing what we talked about yesterday.
Going along with Lord Roswaal to make the adjustments. While we had a favorable response last time, the location may affect the circumstances.
Wow, you really are reliable. Alright, let's do this.
Yes, leave it to me. Yes, let's do our best.
That goes without saying.
Then let's go!
Where did you come from? I hope you'll take our hand, my friend.
So is this the street?
Yeah, a shop I'm familiar with is here. If it was a bar or something like that, it would be really cool. But in reality, it's just a fruit shop.
No, I think just having a familiar shop makes you very cool, Subaru. Holding an appa in one hand is stylish.
Is that stylish? An Appa as a prop feels like some Showa-era actor.
Showa. I don't really understand, but I'm sure it would be fitting for Subaru. Yes, Subaru is a great Showa actor.
It seems like you don't get it, but you kinda do. Okay, that's enough sidetracking. Let's just get our objective done. Come on.
Hey, welcome! Oh, good to see you guys.
Well, that was a pretty rude greeting. Just reminding you, but in these last few days, we've been big customers of yours, you know? You need to give better service to your good customers, or you're not gonna get any regulars.
I have no idea what that means. Alright, well, I'm sorry about my first comment. Let me redo my greeting. Hey, welcome! Let's see, 100 Appas today?
No, thank you!
Wow, you really do get along. Yes, certainly. Subaru said he is an old friend.
I'm doubtful whether the feeling's mutual with the other guy.
Anyway, what's up? You've got more pretty girls with you today.
A flower in both hands and a puck on the head is my style today. But we didn't come here to play around. I'll buy some Appas. And along with that, I've got a request.
Do you think I'll accept any request as long as you buy a few Appas? Just so you know, I have work to do. I can't do what you want on a whim. Even if you buy 100 Appas.
So that's how you're playing it.
Look at all that fresh fruit. They're all eagerly waiting for their chance to be sold. I can't let them down. So just buy your Appas and go. My job is to get these fruits to meet their destined partners.
You keep using phrases that tug at my heartstrings.
This may be overly intrusive, But may I say something, Mr. Shopkeeper?
Oh? What is it, young maid lady? Just so you know, this guy here is the kind of guy who makes life a living hell for everyone around him with his impossible and unreasonable nonsense. You should hurry up and find a different master. Trust me, I'm only looking out for you.
Don't act like a relative giving advice. You're breaking my heart here.
Thank you very much for the advice. However, Rem could never part from Subaru.
This guy's a real player. If I were the judge, I'd sentence him to death for this crime.
That's one extremely biased judge.
According to your story, Mr. Shopkeeper, you cannot cooperate with Subaru because you will lose time to sell this fruit. In that case, I will help operate the shop. Would you listen to Subaru's request during that time?
You will?
Yes. Is that acceptable? I'd like to ask too, sir. This is very important. I'll do my best to help too.
Rem, really?
Jeez, you're really underestimating me here. I respect your guts, ladies. This is business we're talking about. It's been years since I set up shop on this street. I'm finally well established after all these years. But sales haven't become steady quite yet. A business isn't built in a day. You two shouldn't take this lightly.
Yes, thank you very much. 5 each of appas and oranges, correct? The change. This should do it. Please carry them home carefully. Miss Amelia, I finished over here. Are you doing okay? Yeah, seems fine. You're amazing at this, Rem. Your quickness surprised me. It's thanks to your assistance, Miss Amelia. It has helped me very much. Oh no, same here. No, Rem hasn't done that much.
Even seeing it with my own eyes, I didn't think it would be to this degree. But if the poster girls are S-tier beautiful, they wield this much power.
Impossible. The shop emptied out while I was gone?
Oh, you're back, Pops. Man, I wanted you to see it. The fruits went off and found their soulmates one after the other.
Even that basket and that box are empty? The sales record I spent years building up to at this shop was broken in such a short time.
You have my condolences? Or should I say congratulations?
Ah, you're back, sir. So, were we helpful? Welcome back. We somewhat managed to fulfill tending the shop, although I'm concerned whether this was good enough.
Whoa, overkill.
No, it's fine. You did good work after all, young ladies. I've lost my confidence.
Well, don't get discouraged. And don't make such a scary face.
Enough with the scary face thing. The person waiting for you is down that alley. Don't leave him waiting too long.
Thank you. I owe you one.
Thank you for your help. We are very grateful. Okay then. I'm sorry to leave, but we'll be going. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, go on. Also, the silver-haired young lady.
Yes?
You helped out my daughter before. She hasn't gotten lost since then.
That's wonderful to hear.
Mealy, was he saying something at the end?
Yes. He did. But it's okay, because it was a very good thing.
Oh, then that's good. Now then, over here should be...
Subaru, over there.
You finally showed up. You shouldn't waste so much of an old man's time.
Oh, sorry. But don't giants live for a long time? How old are you anyway, Old Man Rom?
Sorry, but I stopped counting after 100.
So, you still got up to 100. That's not an easy feat. You really kept at it. On that point, Old Man Rom is earnest.
Stop that. I'm not happy getting flattery about things like that. More importantly, it looks like you have more companions today.
I have not seen you since the Royal Castle.
That's right. At least for you, young lady. As for the elf there...
Nice to see you again. I don't know what to say.
Ah, right. Mealy and Old Man Rom have a bit of an awkward relationship. It's complicated. Old Man Rom, about Mealy.
Don't worry. Felt already told me. I hear she healed me that day.
Oh, yes, that's right. Did you have any headaches or anything after that? I hope you were okay.
I see. You seem to be even more soft-hearted than what I've heard.
What? Soft-hearted? No way. That's the first time someone said that.
Do you have no self-awareness? Mealy, you're super soft-hearted!
That's one of Miss Amelia's virtues. A result of the Great Spirit's teaching.
That's exactly right. As her foster parent, I'm proud that she has grown up to be such a good girl.
I guess in that regard, I have no complaints about your parenting skills.
Good grief. A spirit, a silver-haired half-elf, that youngster from the other day, and even a demon race girl? What exactly are you gonna have me do?
Huh? Did I ever tell you Rem is a demon? Well, it doesn't matter. About the reason we called you here. There's actually something I wanted to ask you, Old Man Rom, since old people are so wise.
That doesn't sound very genuine, but I owe you for telling me where Felt was. If it's something I can answer, I'll do what I can to help.
Thanks. Anyway, to the main subject. Old Man Rom, have you ever heard the name Faradar?
Did you say Faradar?
Does that mean you've heard of it? I tried asking Roswell yesterday, but even he didn't know.
Roswell. Ah, from the Mathers bloodline. I see. So you're involved with him.
Sir?
Never mind. Forget I mentioned anything. In any case, it's not surprising that the noble sponsoring you doesn't know about it. Faradar is far to the south of here, a land in the neighboring Valakia Empire, or it was there to be more precise.
You mean it's gone now?
It's been gone for many years now. I hear that the tribe that lived there vanished without a trace, too.
Was that tribe related to the Evil Eye tribe?
So you've heard of the Evil Eye tribe of Faradar.
Evil Eye tribe.
tribe, huh? Haven't heard that name in a while.
You know them too, Puck?
I don't know about a place called Faradar, but the Evil Eye tribe has been around since long ago. They're a tribe that possess third eyes, also called Evil Eyes, somewhere on their body. That let them use special powers similar to divine protections.
Powers similar to divine protections? Is it not a divine protection bestowed to the entire tribe? Much like land dragons have the divine protection of wind repel?
While I think it's similar, the powers Evil Eyes exhibit seem random. So I think that's the biggest difference from land dragons.
It's just as the spirit says. The Faradar tribe exhibited particularly strong powers. And all that power was relied upon during the Demi-Human War.
That was the big civil war in Lagunica in the past, right?
Are you a veteran of that civil war, Old Man Rom?
Well, I'm a coward. I was just sneaking around trying to avoid the fight. But Faradar, huh? Youngster, why did you bring up that name?
This might be hard to believe, but I didn't know about the existence of the Evil Eye tribe. When it comes to asking about demi-human related things, I just couldn't think of anyone but you, Old Man Rom. You seem like you've lived in the royal capital for a long time, and you know Pops at the fruit shop, so I figured you were well connected.
Guess everything worked out.
It's not such a happy story, though.
That's right. There's nobody left in this Faradar place, right? This may not be the best way to say it, but races with low population face threats against their existence from various reasons. Even for the demon race, Ramon's sister's village was destroyed, and who knows if there are other surviving demons anywhere. Don't say it like that. If you put it that way, half-elves are...
Mealy, calm down. We aren't here to argue over which species is endangered.
Sir?
If. Just saying if. But if there's more to the Faradar story, would you be interested?
More to Faradar? Whoa, what do you mean by that?
This is nothing more than a rumor. While it's a fact that Faradar was destroyed, the Evil Eye tribe wasn't exterminated. The Evil Eye tribe was taken off somewhere for the Evil Eye powers in their bodies to be used. That's what I heard anyway.
How many people were taken away?
I told you it's just a rumor, but the power of the Evil Eye tribe is valuable. If they wanted to round all of them up. Considering the scale of the Evil Eye tribe settlement in Faradar, there could be 100.
100?
How awful.
A 100 of them were taken? In that case... Old Man Rom, I want to know something. How far can I push this favor you owe me?
When you ask like that, it makes me want to take it back right away. But I've known Felt since an age before she remembers anything. I think of her like my own grandchild. I was gonna be parted from that grandchild without even knowing, but you stopped that. My gratitude can't be expressed in words.
Is that so? Then let me apologize in advance. I'm about to take advantage of an old man's weakness.
That sounds really bad. Subaru is determined. His delightful smile proves it.
He does seem energized. He's about to scam this old man for everything he's got. Is this what elder abuse looks like?
You're making me sound even worse! Cut it out! Putting all that aside, I'm going to ask you for a pretty unreasonable favor.
Go ahead. I'll at least hear it out.
I want you to find out if that rumor's true.
About the aftermath of Faradar?
And if it is true, if there are survivors, where they were taken, it'd be for the best if I could find out that much.
You're asking too much. Do you really think I could find all that out?
To be honest, I don't know.
I think he can. Ren? Why do you think that? Well, Miss Amelia, I was not certain at first, but a memory came to me. Mr. Rom has been to Rem and Sister's village. You spoke to the village chief.
So you really were the girl from back then. I heard what happened later. All of you were...
Rem and Sister are safe. That is enough for me.
Huh?
In any case, Mr. Rom is well connected enough to travel to our hidden village. Which means...
All right. You don't have to say anymore.
So you'll do it?
I do owe you after all. I always repay my debts. Especially when old friends and a girl caught up in all this are here.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Man, I seriously owe you one.
Don't praise me yet. I haven't done anything. It's been a while, but I'm gonna have to pull some strings for this. This'll be tough.
Come on, don't say that. This could end up helping Felt too, you know?
Oh?
Right, Mealy?
Oh, yes. So let's do our best. For everyone to be happy.
Hello, Subaru. Did your discussion go well?
Yeah, pretty good. And judging by your expression, I'd say you did well too.
Of course I fulfilled my duty. I even had help from a friend.
Had help is a rather conservative way to put it. I made almost all the arrangements. How did you see it in your mind? Surely you don't see friends as nothing more than beasts of burden to do hard labor at your command.
Oh dear, now this is harsh. Ah, my apologies for the late introduction. This is my old friend.
Russell?
Oh?
Subaru, you know him too?
Yeah, you know, he's a pretty famous guy.
To think you would be familiar with me. I'm very honored, Mr. Natsuki.
Mr. Russell, are you also familiar with Subaru?
Of course. As someone who does business in the royal capital, I pay attention to everything discussed within the castle. The people involved in such affairs are no exception. Not to mention, I hear that Mr. Natsuki, despite the absence of his master, negotiated with royal candidates and made great efforts to set all the pieces in place. Along with Miss Amelia, you are currently someone of great renown at the royal castle.
I've got that good of a reputation? Just so you know, I'm not some big shot like that.
No, your reputation is well earned. Rem is very proud. I can agree to that too. Subaru worked really hard after all.
I know I was working hard, but still!
Anyway, because of Russell's favoritism for Subaru, the coordination went without any issue. My, such a capable friend to have, and a servant with great promise.
As a Royal Capital Merchant Guild representative, I deal with a great many issues, which is why that evil magician there sought my help. If you're going to deal with an evil magician, you need to be cautious of their words and deeds. Sometimes you have to be firm with them.
Yes, I understand. I'll be sure to remember those words.
Such an assertive reply. As an evil magician, I tremble in fear.
Evil magician? You, Roswell? Why?
It seems EMA has snuck one past the Keeper Roswell!
Roswell isn't the bad guy he pretends to be. He doesn't know what to do with genuine reactions like these.
Well, now I've just about lost all my reputation. Let's get back to the main topic.
A clever evasion. Having said that, Roswell speaks true. Everyone awaits inside.
But still, thank you very much, Russell. It must have been really tough, right?
No, it's fine. Of course, I see this as an investment and hope for an appropriate return. Please continue your efforts in the royal selection going forward. Miss Amelia and Mr. Natsuki?
I'll do my best. I'm getting nervous.
Why should you be nervous, Subaru?
I guess that's true. But I feel like I did something rash. Even for me.
That's one of the wonderful things about Subaru.
Is it?
Come on, I'm opening the door. 1, 2...
Hey, wait, my heart's not ready!
Oh, so you're finally here. You sure did take your time. In Kararagi, we say time is money, you know?
How typical of you to say such a thing. It is actually impressive that you could spew such cheap words of advice.
That's enough. They were invited into my household, so they're my guests. As the master of the estate, I won't allow such quarrels.
Whoa! This is really something.
You're right. Everyone is here. All thanks to Subaru's charm.
Stop making everything my responsibility. I saw how tense things are.
Whoa! Tense, meow? Whose fault do you think it is?
Let him say what he will, Ferris. It seems he has no self-awareness.
Self-awareness? Like, aware that yourself did something horribly wrong?
I wouldn't say it's wrong, but it certainly is out of the ordinary. Us all gathering here without being summoned by the Council of Wise Men.
Whoa. I get why you're all here, but still, seeing all of you gathered here is impressive.
No, Subaru. You mean 5 royal selection candidates and their 5 attending knights.
I'm just a knight hopeful, but that's true. I shouldn't forget that. Such pressure.
Subaru, are you okay? If you want, I could do the talking.
But in that case, Leah's story will jump around everywhere, so be prepared for that.
Prepared for what? Also, I'm happy for the offer, Mealy, but leave this to me. I'll do my best!
Alright then, do your best.
Yeah! Thanks for the support. Thank you very much for taking the trouble to attend on this fine day.
I have no use for your boring introductory remarks, Commoner. I am spending my valuable time here. If you have nothing of worth to say, I'll leave.
Don't complain about a conventional opening line. Anyway, thanks for gathering. I know it was sudden, so I'm grateful.
This is an important matter related to the royal selection. Considering your actions thus far, it would be a bad idea to ignore you.
Yes, Subaru and Rem found the suspicious guy targeting royal selection candidates.
Yeah, I was there too! Me too!
Yes, Fairy will personally reward you later. I can get rid of stuff like stiff shoulders, just like that.
Oh, that would actually be really helpful.
Also, thanks to Natsuki, my company cultivated a new business. Julius brought the contract and told me about yesterday. Don't worry.
I thought for certain today would be about that. But seeing this lineup, it seems that wasn't gonna be all. What kind of story do you have in store for us? I feel both anticipation and dread.
As for me, well, it's probably got to do with what happened yesterday, right? I've got a stake in this, so I'll hear you out.
I would also like to understand the situation. Miss Felt refuses to tell me about yesterday.
I'll talk about all of that, but please, let me hold off distributing honors for all your input until later. Well, this is completely unrelated to Al's extremely self-assertive comment.
Oh, he was? Although I can already imagine what you have to say. On campus blatantly absent, after all.
You're a genius when it comes to making a bad atmosphere.
There's no need for deceit, Commoner. Of course, everyone here already noticed the same thing. All that remained was to say it out loud or not. Or did you wish to put a lid over the obvious truth and have us exchange pointless pleasantries around it? In that case, I have no business here. You can all lick each other's wounds on your own.
Princess, you're going too far. I'm sure even he realizes that. There are just some conversations people aren't eager to have. You can't help that. It seems pretty close to that girl, after all.
Such lenient words for an enemy. Regardless of their status as real or fake, all royal candidates are our enemies.
But then why did you come here today, Priscilla? If you say everyone around you are enemies, wouldn't it be dangerous to come? And yet you still came, Priscilla. That's probably because you trust us and have expectations for us. Am I wrong?
The mumblings of a half-devil irritate my noble ears terribly.
You...
Either revise your words or withdraw them, Priscilla Barial. Saying such statements is not wise here.
That's no good, Princess. Losing your temper just because she hit you where it hurts is childish. I'm not going to say who's right, but I owe that girl a debt. So I'm going to take her side too.
Don't think you can push your luck by banding together, commoners. Do you think I'd be scared if you formed a group? In that case, you're terribly mistaken.
Princess, let's stop this, okay? Don't make the situation even worse. You're putting me in a tough spot here.
Be quiet, Al. Or do you wish that ugly head of yours to be removed from your shoulders?
Even Al's no good. He can't be helped. His was a noble sacrifice.
Isn't that a little cold, bro?
I won't allow you to cut off Mr. Al's head. Miss Priscilla, please return to your seat. I'm sure you'll hear a story well worth the trouble of coming here.
You speak big, Sword Saint. Very well. I'll go along with this.
Whoa, Al couldn't do it, but Reinhardt pulled it off!
I entrust the rest to you, Subaru. I'd like you to make Miss Priscilla understand.
And casually raising the hurdle while he's at it.
You'll be fine, Subaru. I'll be here watching from your side.
Oh, man, I can't look uncool in front of you here.
really is unforgivable.
Reconstructing the human body at will, you say? Ferris, is such a thing possible?
I think if you spent a lot of time to slowly change the skeleton and other parts, it wouldn't be impossible. But according to Subaru's story just now, what happened to Miss Melty's body is on a different level completely.
Hiding her third eye and blocking her throat where food passes. This isn't something that can be done with magic. One could say it's like remaking her into a completely new creature.
A new creature, huh? But couldn't the cat ear's magic do something about that? That's right. Ferris's healing magic is famous as the greatest in the kingdom, capable of doing things others cannot.
Would Ferris's healing magic work? What do you think, Ferris?
I'm happy you have so much hope in me, but I think it would be a little difficult. I'd have to examine her to be sure, but if it's as Fairy thinks...
If it's as you think, what would happen?
I think healing magic would have no effect. Subaru, just making sure, but...
Yeah, ask me anything.
According to Tiger's story, Miss Melty's body was made that way years ago, right?
I can't say anything for sure, but considering how he said it, yeah.
Just an example. But when did you lose your arm, Allie?
Allie has a pretty fresh ring to it.
Al, answer him.
Yeah. It's been a little over 10 years since I lost this arm. I'm totally used to it now, though.
Even Fairy's healing magic can't fix this arm Allie lost. After all this time, a lost arm won't grow back.
I guess that makes sense.
If you ask why, it's because his body has gotten used to it. It's natural now for this body to not have an arm. So...
For Melty's body, her evil eyes being hidden and her esophagus being blocked are natural too?
That's what I think. So even if I use healing magic, she probably won't get any better than she is now.
Seriously? To be honest, I was counting on you most of all, Ferris.
I'm fairly uninformed about healing magic. But is there really no possibility? Julius, Margrave Mathers, may I ask?
Unfortunately, my knowledge on healing magic is far short from Ferris's. The only hope is Margrave Mathers.
I'm sad to say healing magic is a weak point for me as well. However, if my knowledge from reading various texts to learn magic is correct, I have no memory of any factors that would refute Ferris's opinion.
This subject may come up, so just letting you know now, it would be difficult with medicine too. To start, most medicines and decoctions are weak compared to healing magic.
Much like Miss Anastasia from the Hoshin Company, it would be difficult for me to be of assistance as well. I've never heard of such a story before.
This individual must be quite the degenerate if they are out there reconstructing bodies. Is there no way to find the perpetrator?
I wish I could, but we have no idea who it could be. I'm sure in the time it takes to investigate.
That girl might end up with a knife in her back.
That's right.
We're at an impasse then.
Harry doesn't like this. All of you are puzzling for so long. But over what are you so concerned?
Priscilla Boreal.
You must realize it. If the story that Commoner brought is true, The false candidate is already clear. All that remains is to reveal the truth. Remove the false candidate, and the obstacle disappears. The postponed royal selection will resume. Why would we need to be so concerned over the problems of those who hindered us so much?
So that's why.
Will this discussion move forward without answering this question? I urge you all to consider.
Isn't it because we couldn't sleep at night? What other reason do you need? They were used by some dangerous people, dragged into a royal selection they wanted no part in, and their lives are in danger. The more I hear, the more I sympathize with that girl. Right, Reinhardt?
Miss Felt.
Anyway, if they're being forced to be in the royal selection against their will, I want to do something to help. That would be more than enough reason for me to go along with his suggestion.
While I have a slight objection to her preface, I have the same opinion as Miss Felt. If Miss Felt decides to do this, my duty is to push aside the many obstacles in her path. I will not hesitate.
Talking like you're so high and mighty. Once in a while, you can just say you want to kick the ass of people you don't like.
If that is your command.
If I had to say, my opinion is closer to that of the Red Princess there. If the fake candidate is identified, any further action is excessive, to be honest. We have no obligation to help them.
Miss Anastasia, but...
Quiet. I'm still in the middle of speaking. You shouldn't interrupt the words of your master. Also, you shouldn't jump to hasty conclusions. What I have to say next is most important.
Oh, interesting. What argument will the widely known embodiment of greed herself present next?
I'll take your words as a compliment, Princess, but my answer is simple. While we have no obligation to help them, there is benefit to it. I may be an outsider, so this doesn't go for me, but isn't the Transcendent Dragon Church a big name in the kingdom? If their candidate turns out to be a fake, that would be a big scandal. So what happens if we solve their problem and show mercy on top of that? The church couldn't hold their head above ours. The main aim of the royal selection is a covenant with the dragon. We would obtain a pretext to silence those who would meddle in it. Would that not be beneficial? So, do you like my way of thinking? Devil fox. Why, thank you!
The conclusion drawn from no emotion is the exact opposite of Felt. Exactly like Anastasia.
You say that, but please don't misunderstand her as having no emotional connection. That is simply a condition required by Miss Anastasia. Even if she says to help them based only on emotion, it would involve the great many people who follow Miss Anastasia. In her position, she must not do such a thing. Thus, it is necessary to have adequate cause. A premise so convincing, it sways yourself and others.
Julius! What embarrassing things are you saying? This has nothing to do with your job as a knight, does it?
No. As your knight, I must do my utmost to prevent misunderstandings of you, Miss Anastasia. However,
what?
I know from the bottom of my heart that I'm glad I became your knight. My sword and my loyalty belong to you.
That's not worth 1 coin, but my doctrine is to take anything given, so I'll reluctantly accept it.
Yes.
Well, it appears that it is my turn to state my opinion.
Cruche.
No need to look so worried. When one's gaze becomes cloudy, one can falter in the ideals they carry. Also, rather than stating my opinion here, I shall ask my trusted retainer to do so.
Miss Cruche?
Ferris, I wish to know your opinion. Felt and Anastasia Hoshin have covered the issues of benefit and sentiment. I could act for the same reasons as either of them. However, I wish to hear your opinion in particular. What is going through your mind? After hearing Subaru Natsuki's story earlier, what do you think of Melty Pristis and her faction?
Cruche, Fairy is your knight.
Indeed you are.
I'm prepared to devote everything to your ideals.
Yes.
But I am a healer at the same time. When asked for help, the first thing I think of is doing something about it. That goes even more so for people in a deadlock, in despair. After all, I was like that before. In an abyss of darkness, with nothing I could do, Miss Cruche led me by the hand and rescued me from there. That's how I became the person I am now, so I can't possibly reject a hand reaching out for help. I'm sorry, Miss Cruche, for being such a willful and self-indulgent retainer, but...
That's enough. No need to finish.
Miss Cruche, will this make you hate Fairy?
Me? Hate you? Unthinkable. That would only be possible if I ceased being myself.
Miss Cruche, I love you!
As do I. Apologies for the long wait, but this is my conclusion. I wish to